Hello you beautiful people of the internet. I'm going to start off today's video with a hard-hitting question. Have you ever seen somebody wearing a clay mask and just think, that looks scrumptious? Like you just want to walk over to them and just like lick the clay mask off their face like it's an ice cream cone? You're probably saying no, and that's right, I have to say probably because there are some motherfuckers out there who genuinely think that. There's some weird motherfuckers out there who actually see a clay mask on somebody and think, yes, I want that in my stomach and going through my asshole. And honestly, if you're a regular viewer of this channel or chronically on the internet, that shouldn't be a shock to you. Anyway, we're going to be looking at one of these weird motherfuckers today, and we're watching Woman Eats 2 Cups of Clay Mask Every Day. Alright, we're going to watch this video, but before we do, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel, and you can always change your mind later on. So now that there's nothing else to say, let's watch somebody ingest and shit a clay mask.
My name is Natasha. I'm 40 years old.
Damn, she's 40? She looks pretty good for 40. Maybe she's onto something here. Maybe eating clay masks is the new trend. Maybe that's what you need to do to look younger. I mean, she's obviously doing something right. I don't think it's eating clay masks, but she's doing something right.
And I'm addicted to eating clay masks. It tastes wonderful.
I'm sorry. It seems like every single time I watch a Strange Addictions now, it just turns into a gag fest. I mean, I'm gagging more on this channel than a female porn star in a 10-man gangbang. This is not good. I'm really sorry. I mean, can you blame me? I mean, we're watching somebody eat clay. That one shot where it's all in her mouth and it's like solid. Ugh.
Tastes wonderful, like wet rocks, and it always comforts me.
She said it tastes good. It tastes like wet rocks. So you're telling me that not only does she like eating clay masks, she also likes eating wet rocks? And why wet? Like, does a wet rock taste different than a dry rock? I mean, I wouldn't put it past her to be eating some fucking rocks. I mean, she's already ingesting clay.
Natasha has been addicted to eating clay face masks for 7 years. She's so hooked that she consumes up to a jar a day and even replaces meals with it.
Holy shit, those are some terrifying stats. I gotta be real too, that's like some of the craziest stats I've ever seen on any of these strange addictions. I constantly make the joke about how, oh, they've only ingested, one mattress? What a fucking pussy, they should eat more. But I can't even do that with this one. I mean, this is like all-time leading record right here. She's top of the charts. She's top of the charts of fucking craziness. I mean, doing it for 7 years, a jar a day, and she's even replacing meals with it? It can't be that nutritious that you're replacing lunch with clay masks. That's so fucked. I wonder what the inside of her body looks like. What does her poop look like? I mean, her shit just must be like a rock coming out the other side. She's shitting rocks. I don't think there's any way around it.
But Natasha doesn't just eat the face mask out of the jar. She also dips chips in it and even relaxes every evening with clay masks and a beer.
No way, this is fucked. This can't be real. Dipping chips in it like it's fucking salsa? No. No fucking way. She may be the worst one we've ever come across. I mean, she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck that she's ingesting clay. She's acting like it's fine, and we're the crazy ones for thinking that it's not fine. I just can't imagine. Like, I get why people get addicted to drugs. It does something to your brain. What the fuck does clay do for you? Does it really give you some kind of high that you're chasing constantly?
Despite the mess, Natasha is so dependent on her face mask, she won't leave home without a stash.
If I'm leaving, I'll take a jar. I couldn't drive without it. I have taken jar to work. They just shake their head and just make me feel so strange.
It's because you fucking are. You fucking are. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but you're fucking strange for eating clay masks. I also think it's funny that she said she can't drive without it. That should be illegal. Put that up there with drunk driving. You can't be eating clay masks and driving. Imagine she gets fucking pulled over because she's trying to go for a bump of clay mask. She goes for it, she swerves a little bit, and the cop pulls her over and is like, holy shit, this lady is doing coke behind the wheel.
But Natasha's addiction doesn't just consume her life, it also affects her youngest son.
I do feel like I set a bad example because he wants to eat some too, but I don't want him to eat it.
Why not? You seem so fucking fine with it, like everything's fine and dandy. Why not let your kid do it too, if it's just A-okay? I mean, start the little fucker early. You get him hooked before he can change his mind, you know what I mean? He clearly is already interested in it.
I do feel a heaviness in my stomach, but I can't imagine that it really is hurting me.
What the fuck? The show comes up with some facts saying that how it can hurt you. She says she feels some heaviness in her stomach, probably because it's all the clay conjugating right in the middle of her tummy. And she's like, nah, I don't know. I can't imagine how it's bad for you. By her logic, oh, it's not bad for you. Why aren't we all just eating clay masks? If it's not bad for you, why doesn't everybody just have a clay mask once in a while? Why doesn't every family be like, oh, you guys want to order some pizza tonight? And someone's like, no, we'll just eat some clay mask. It feels like a clay mask kind of night tonight.
I've been eating my clay facial mask for 7 years now. Nothing's happened. So why should I stop?
God, they all say the same shit too. They're like, oh, well, I've been shoving Legos up my asshole for the past 20 years, and I've had no problems with it, so why would I stop? You are having problems, you're just blind to seeing it. It's the same as an alcoholic, where they're like, oh, I've been drinking alcohol for 20 years. Why stop now? It's because it has long-term effects.
She's convinced her addiction is harmless, but her boyfriend disagrees and has begged her to see a doctor before she does permanent damage.
That's just a little teaser.
Okay. Do you notice any abnormal bowel movements, vomiting, worse abdominal pain?
Most of the times, it goes in easier than it comes out.
Okay.
I told y'all, she's shitting rocks. She has to be shitting rocks. I mean, all the clay kind of comes together and it hardens with the stomach acid and it comes out like a fucking rock. I guarantee it. Maybe I am a doctor. Maybe, maybe this YouTube thing isn't working out for me. Maybe I should go and be a doctor. That way I can diagnose people when they're eating weird things that they're probably pooping weird.
I think there's enough risks that you need to stop eating this clay.
Apparently, they don't recommend that I eat it because the possibility of me getting a parasite, that was an eye-opener for me. However, I'm fine. For now, I'm gonna be a little more conservative, but I still gotta eat my clay.
Okay, this woman might be stupid. I'm not giving her any benefit of the doubt anymore. Apparently you're not supposed to be eating it. There's a fucking warning on the jar, I guarantee it. She eats a jar a day. She probably has never read it, I guess, but there is a warning on there being like, don't eat this shit. And she's just like, oh, I guess it harms me. I guess if there's a warning telling me not to do it, I shouldn't do it? These people are frustrating. I'm glad I don't deal with these people in my real life and I can just make fun of them on my YouTube channel. Anyway, that's it. I mean, there's nothing more to say. This video's already gone on pretty long, so if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you, and I love you, even if you eat clay masks. That's it, though. If you guys enjoyed my video, please like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and